Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to share 8 things that happened to my body when I stopped drinking alcohol. At number 1, we've got fat loss. So I'll actually put like a picture of me up. This is just when I'd stopped drinking alcohol. I was very out of shape at the time. And I mean, maybe some of you guys will look at that and say that's not that bad, maybe I'm worse, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? All I'm going to do with this video is share my experience, right? I've made other videos in the past talking about things that you can expect to happen to your body when you stop drinking alcohol. But for me, in this situation, I was incredibly out of shape. And I'd been fit and healthy before. I've been a personal trainer and, I've had periods of my life where I didn't drink for like prolonged periods of time. And when I was drinking, I just put on fat. Like I just got in bad shape. And, through really making like fat loss and strength training and nutrition a focus of my life after I stopped drinking, the fat started going. I started losing fat. I started getting into much better shape and I started to feel like a lot better. So that's the first thing. Now, just before we get into the second thing, let me know in the comment section down below what you've experienced as a result of not drinking. What changes have you found? It'd be really awesome to hear from you guys in the comment section. At number 2, we have got muscle gain. Now, like I said, I've really made exercise and training a priority in my life and in my sobriety, right? So once I stopped drinking, I got straight back to the gym. I got into, I was doing just like a bodybuilding training, just trying to start looking better and feeling better. I was eating good food again, trying to lose a bit of weight. And I added strength, I added muscle, and I started looking much better. So later on in my journey of not drinking, I really started focusing on strength training and now transitioned over to CrossFit. I've done a bit of Muay Thai. I've done lots of different training, and definitely as a result of not drinking alcohol, I've been way more consistent. I've been able to push way harder. I've been able to make the right choices with food, and I've ended up increasing my muscle mass. There's no more skipped workouts because I'm hungover, and there's no more, 3 a.m. Flipping pizzas or anything like that, right? The key word with this for training and nutrition is now it's consistent. Like I did exercise before when I drank, there were periods where I did that, but now the difference is night and day. And just before we get into point 3, if you actually want my personal help stopping drinking and you want to join the Sober Clear program where I work with business owners and professionals, helping them stop drinking without AA and willpower and therapy and rehab and things like that, then please click the link in the description. You'll be able to book a call with me and we can actually discuss and see if the Sober Clear program could be a good fit at helping you. If you want more details, book the call or head over to soberclear.com to find out some more information. And now to point number 3. So at number 3 is my immune system has gotten, I think it's gotten a lot better. So I just remember when I was drinking alcohol, I was living in England, right? And this could be complete placebo. It could just be luck, but I'm going to share it anyway. But I used to get like colds, I used to get poorly tummies, and I didn't get ill multiple times a year. But what I found is since not drinking alcohol, I think I've been ill like maybe once or twice in the past 4 years. Like I think I've had like one cold, and then I also had the other one beginning with C, and I'm not going to say it on a channel because I don't know if I'm going to get shadow banned or something like that. I'm not going to say the word, but you know what I mean. I've had the other one beginning with C, which was quite rough. Other than that, I just don't seem to get poorly anymore. Now, I know I do live in a hot climate now. Maybe it's something to do with the climate, but I actually think it might have something to do with not drinking and not poisoning myself and not staying awake until 3 a.m. and only getting 4 hours of sleep and kind of running on empty all the time. I believe that when you live that kind of lifestyle, you're drinking too much because sure, you're getting terrible sleep, you're not putting the right nutrition in your body, you're putting ethanol in your body. I just think this stuff just hammers your immune system. It's way easier to get run down. And I'm not saying that this is definitely going to happen to you and I'm just one person sharing my experience, right? But I have found that I just don't really get sick anymore, which a lot less frequently. Am I saying that's going to happen for you? I don't know, right? I'm not saying this is a peer-reviewed, study on immune systems and not drinking. I'm just sharing my experience. But I feel like I just don't get sick as much. Now, the fourth awesome thing that's happened to my body is the mental clarity, right? The mental clarity is just night and day. It has been 4 years since I drank now, so it is kind of hard to remember like what things were like. But I've said this before, but when you drink alcohol, it's kind of like having this fog, right? It's like you live life with this fog like covering your eyes and you can't see clearly, you can't think clearly. And then when you remove the alcohol, it's like, whoa, like all of a sudden, your ideas, you can create plans again. All of it starts to become a lot clearer. And this is one of the best things about not drinking alcohol, right? Because your goals, your ideas, things that you want to do in your life, you start to see that, okay, well, I actually can do this. And I can create a plan and I can stick to a plan and I can make progress towards what I really want out of life. As soon as I stopped drinking alcohol, I really started getting ideas again. I went straight back to the gym as a personal trainer, self-employed, moved to Asia, started working online, built Sober Clear, started helping people not drink alcohol. And I'm able to come up with ideas, think through them, create a plan, and execute. So when I say mental clarity, yeah, sure, you're able to think clearly, but that thinking then leads into better actions, right? You start taking better actions, you start executing better as a result of being able to think clearly. So this one is absolutely massive. And I mean, I hear it time and time again. People start to say that the clarity that they're getting is just excellent. And it's hard for me to remember, like I said, what it was really like when I was drinking because it's been so long. And I kind of take it for granted now, but it's an awesome thing. Now, the fifth thing that's happened to my body is my sleep is so much better, right? I pretty much have near perfect sleep. So I go to bed at the exact same time every single night. I wake up at the exact same time every single morning. 29 out of 30 days, there might be one day that I might sleep in, but it's super, super consistent, right? And I don't wake up in the night, I'm not waking up, going for a pee anymore. I'm not waking up like dying for a drink in the middle of the night. My sleep is consistent. And for me, like that is the foundation of a good day. It's having a good night of sleep. I'm quite sensitive to sleep. If I don't get a good night of sleep, the next day I'm kind of grouchy, I'm kind of grumpy, I might be a bit stressed. I'm not nice to be around if I've not had that solid 8 hours of sleep. And if you're trying to kind of perform at a high level and you're into like peak performance and just crushing your days, it's just so important, right? And when we're drinking alcohol, the sleep sucks, right? And I've actually heard this from people that I've worked with in the Sober Clear program. What they say is like, I forgot what it was like to sleep properly. After like that first kind of week where, the first week sleep might not be the best. After like that first week, they're like, whoa, like this is just next level. So I definitely found my sleep improved exponentially. The sick thing that happened to my body is there was a lot less bloating in my face. Now I'll show a picture of my face when I was drinking and you can see, it's kind of like puffy and just doesn't look that nice. And I think when we drink alcohol, we retain a lot more water, right? We retain a lot more water in our bodies and our face can get kind of puffy, but that's nice. Not having that bloating from drinking alcohol, I mean, you just naturally look better, right? And that could also be related to like losing fat because when you lose fat in your body, your face becomes like a little bit more chiseled and less puffy. So I'm thinking those two things go hand in hand, but it's all still related to not drinking alcohol, right? I was lucky to have like no redness in my face. I know a lot of people can get that where there's like redness in the cheeks and in the nose. And I've seen for people that I've worked with, that redness goes down dramatically. That wasn't my experience. All that really happened for me was like less bloating. The seventh way that my body is improved is it's more about mental health, but there's way less anxiety now. I don't know about you guys, but when I'd wake up with these hangovers and I just didn't feel good, the anxiety that I get the next day after drinking was pretty bad. It would be crippling. And I'm not gonna lie, the first kind of year that I didn't drink alcohol, there were definitely still periods where I would get anxious. I'd start worrying about the future and how I'm gonna, look after my family and how I'm gonna do this and do that. I would get anxious. But further into my journey of not drinking, I started to figure out the root causes of the anxiety that I suffered with. And a lot of it was to do with sleep. Now, I have made videos talking about, stopping drinking and anxiety in the past. I'll link you to those up in the, wherever, like up here somewhere. So if you want to check out some more in-depth videos on stopping drinking and anxiety and overcoming anxiety, then please just click the link up here. Which leads me to the eighth and final thing, and no more depression, right? No more feeling like defeatist attitude. Now, I know that for a lot of people, depression can be like a chemical thing in the brain and there's an imbalance, but for me, it was, I would get depressed because I wasn't happy with where I was in life. I would just feel like a failure, I'd feel like a loser, I just was, out of shape, didn't have any money, just wasn't in a good place. And it was days like that I would just feel extremely depressed and I just wanted to give up. And when I stopped drinking alcohol and really started focusing on just getting 1% better every single day, the depression soon lifted. Am I saying that every single day is absolutely perfect just because I don't drink alcohol? Absolutely not, right? Of course, everybody has good and bad days, but the bad days are few and far between, right? Rather than like every other day, I'd feel bad. Now it's like maybe once every couple of months, there might just be a blue day. But it's very different to how it was when I was drinking, where it was like just feeling severely defeated, didn't want to do anything, but that has gone. So again, let me know in the comment section how your life has improved and have a great day.